Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
The Assad regime falls in Syria. The U.S. strikes against ISIS. Iran launches its heaviest rocket ever, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad fled to Moscow after his regime was toppled in Syria. Syrian rebels, consisting of a coalition of largely radical Islamist groups, led a sweeping offensive across Syria and captured the country's capital city of Damascus on Sunday, capping off a lightning offensive that brought an end to the authoritarian Assad family dynasty that had ruled Syria for more than 50 oppressive years. As the rebels were taking Damascus, Assad resigned and fled to Moscow, where he was granted asylum, according to Russian state media. It's a seismic turn of events that could shake up the geopolitical order in the Middle East and beyond. In particular, Assad's fall is a stinging blow to Russia and Iran, which had both backed his regime. Meanwhile, the U.S. Central Command conducted dozens of airstrikes on known ISIS camps and operatives in central Syria on Sunday to prevent the terrorist organization from taking advantage of the demise of Assad's regime. CENTCOM announced on Sunday that it has conducted strikes against ISIS leaders, operatives, and camps as part of an ongoing mission to disrupt, degrade, and defeat ISIS. Specifically, CENTCOM's working to prevent the terrorist group from conducting operations to ensure ISIS does not seek to take advantage of the current situation to reconstitute in central Syria. The manhunt continues for the suspect in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The New York Police Department released 2 new photos of the assailant and said there's reasonable evidence that he left New York City on a bus after killing Thompson. Before arriving at the bus station in Upper Manhattan, police said the suspect went to Central Park and left a backpack full of Monopoly money that authorities recovered. Police also believe the gun used in the killing was a veterinary gun, the type used to put down farm animals that requires a reload after every shot. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, the co-heads of the planned Department of Government Efficiency, met with lawmakers on Capitol Hill outlining their vision for DOGE, which despite its name is not a federal department but rather a task force. The 2 billionaires have said they'd like to slash the federal workforce by 75%, cut $2 trillion in spending, and delete entire agencies like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is largely redundant. While they are free to recommend the cuts, it's unclear exactly how much appetite there is among lawmakers to see them through. Iran launched its heaviest ever rocket into space on Friday, carrying a payload of roughly 600 pounds in what security experts fear is an indication that Tehran has developed technology that could also be used for its nuclear program. The launch of the Simorgh rocket coincided with an announcement by Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, who said Iran has drastically increased its enriched uranium stockpiles, which are nearing weapons-grade purity, first reported by Reuters. Concern over Iran's nuclear program has remained heightened as tensions with the West continue to escalate over Iran's direct involvement in two major international conflicts, including its support for terrorist organizations at war with Israel, as well as its aid to Russia amid its brutal invasion of Ukraine. Jurors on the Daniel Penny chokehold trial returned to deliberations for a fourth day Friday for just an hour before telling the court they could not come to an agreement on the top charge of manslaughter as they weigh the fate of the 26-year-old Marine veteran who is accused of killing a mentally ill homeless man who was trying to kill people on a Manhattan subway car. Around 11 a.m., the jurors sent a note to the court stating, "We, the jury, request instructions from Judge Maxwell Wiley. At this time, we are unable to come to a unanimous vote on count 1, manslaughter in the second degree." The judge sent them back to deliberate more, but they told the court shortly after 3 p.m. that they still could not reach a unanimous decision. The charge requires prosecutors to prove that Penny acted with recklessness when he grabbed Jordan Neely in a chokehold. Neely had barged onto the train while high on drugs, threatening to kill passengers during a psychotic episode, according to trial testimony. The University of Michigan is the latest public university to dismantle its Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion program as part of its faculty requirements, making it one of several universities this year to roll back DEI initiatives. The University of Michigan will no longer solicit diversity statements as part of faculty hiring, promotion, and tenure, the school said in a news release on Thursday. University of Michigan Provost Laurie McCauley announced the decision to stop using the DEI statements following an October 31st recommendation from a faculty working group, the university said. The group reportedly criticized the statements for their potential to limit freedom of expression and diversity of thought on campus. They are just the latest university and corporation to do away with DEI programs. The labor market rebounded with 227,000 new jobs. Following October's hurricane and strike-affected hiring slowdown, the market bounced back in November by adding 227,000 jobs, which beat estimates. The data confirmed that the measly 12,000 jobs added in October, revised up to a 36,000 job gain, were the result of costly strikes and natural disasters cutting into job growth and not a worrying overall trend. Analysts expect that the positive report all but guarantees the Fed will slash interest rates again later this month. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.